Are you planning to move and study abroad? Is Australia one of the countries that you are considering? Then this video is for you. This video is going to have all the guidelines and suggestions from me to you if you're planning to move abroad, especially to Australia as an international student. I have a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. Hi my friends, my name is Meher Sindhu Batra. I'm your career coach and mentor helping you accelerate your career. In today's video, I'm going to cover three things. The first is why exactly should you study abroad? The second is why you should choose Australia and Melbourne as a place of study. And third, a few tips from me to you to settle and adjust as an international student abroad. So without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it. First and foremost, my friends, why should one study abroad? There is no right or wrong here because it is a very personal decision. But there are a few things that you will only get studying abroad, and that's what I want to discuss with you. Firstly, if you do decide to study abroad, you have to remember that it will be an experience like no other. You will be able to stand on your own 2 feet and become independent. You will be able to gain life experience. Imagine fitting all your life in 1 or 2 suitcases and moving to another country altogether, uprooting yourself from your family and friends to start afresh. Moving abroad definitely taught me how to become more independent, stand on my own 2 feet, becoming self-sufficient, and also being able to deal with unexpected events. I lived at my home with my parents for 25 years of my life, and everything was very comfortable and taken care of for me. But moving to a new country challenged me to grow into the person that I am today. The next is that you will be able to develop a global mindset. The world is becoming a much smaller place. Living, studying, working abroad gives us the exposure of meeting people from different parts of the world with different cultures, different backgrounds, different life experiences. We are able to deeply understand different people's aspects and perspectives on things, and therefore develop our own mindset, our own convictions, and broaden our horizon, whether it's for future projects, jobs, or even further education. And that's why moving abroad to study gives you exposure and in-depth understanding of different cultures, different people, different ways of working. You're also able to develop stronger communication and people skills because people from diverse cultures are coming together at one place. The next is that you will have a newfound appreciation for the little things back home. I was definitely homesick for the first few months of moving abroad, but that made me realize home is where the heart is. The little things that we take for granted, we miss those later. And that's why whenever I go back home, that is my me time with my family, and nothing can replace that. I know I'll always have 2 homes, one in India and one abroad. And the last is that it is going to be a lifetime opportunity, a lifetime experience, because this opportunity of studying abroad only comes once in very fortunate people's lives. No matter what happens, nobody can take that experience back from you. You'll be able to make friends from all over the world, and these people will become your friends like family. Okay, if that's not excited you to go abroad, the next segment will definitely do so, because I want to talk to you about this amazing country that you should consider if you're planning to move to study abroad. So why is Melbourne and Australia amazing for a student? Melbourne has one of the most diversified student groups and institutions around the world, making it an appealing location for foreign students. Melbourne has been recognized as Australia's best student city and is one of the best student cities globally as per QS Best Student City rankings in 2023. Top 5 reasons why you should consider Melbourne to study. First is that it has some of the best universities and colleges of the world, including RMIT University, which I shall talk about a little bit later, along with plenty of well-known, globally recognized academics and researchers. The second is that it's very multicultural. There are students from all over the world that are present in Melbourne studying at these different universities. You will be able to immerse yourself in these different cultures and learn more about the world in your time there. The third reason is public transport and accessibility to it. Melbourne is one of the best connected cities of Australia. Using public transport is actually the best way to save money as a student. Like every city, Melbourne has buses and trains, but it also has a very well-connected tram network. Melbourne offers free tram rides within the city centre, and I've never heard of a city like that. The fourth reason, which was very important for me when I moved abroad, was high safety. Melbourne is one of the safest cities in Australia and has a very low criminal rate. When travelling in and around this metropolis, there is a very low probability of you being involved in any criminal act, which makes one feel safe all the time. Fifth reason is employment choices, and I'm sure this is of a very important concern to most of you. In Melbourne, there are multiple career options to choose from. from, and there are jobs available across multiple sectors, so you can pick according to what suits you the best. Now I would like to talk to you about RMIT University and why you should pick that. Firstly, they're the #1 university in Australia for their graduate employment rate. RMIT also offers the chance for its students to gain first-hand industry experience along with personalized support called Industry Experience Program. Their business courses are some of the best in the country with a range of options to choose from. RMIT also offers its students an excellent opportunity to move forward with their careers called Job Shop, where you can find part-time opportunities, casual work, as well as graduate jobs. RMIT has a plethora of exciting scholarships to choose from, especially from the Indian subcontinent, including the Future Leaders Scholarship, where you get 20% off your tuition fee. So, how do you adjust as an international student in Australia? Here are my personal tips as someone who has also been an international student in a city abroad. Firstly, research about the areas that you will be visiting a lot. So apart from where your university, where you will be studying is, and where you're living, such as hostel, dorm rooms, or even an apartment, take the time to get to know the city around you. For example, when I moved to London, I did not know much about what is where, but slowly and steadily, I made friends with people who were from London and suggested more places for me to visit. And then I just took long walks in the neighborhoods, and that made moving a little bit easier. Second, take your time to explore and don't be too quick to make a first impression. One thing I've already mentioned before is that when you move abroad to a completely different country, there will be some kind of cultural shocks that will come your way. Don't be too quick to rule off something that isn't for you. You wouldn't know until you try something. Don't be shy to talk to a stranger who may just become your friend in the future. Allow things to grow on you and they may just surprise you. Third is keep a piece of home with you, especially to deal with homesickness. Nothing like home, right? But you're in a different country and maybe even a different continent altogether. Traveling back home for every small occasion may not be feasible, but if you carry a piece of home with you, that'll always help. So that could be your favorite candles, maybe your pillow from home, or a few photographs of your family members. My next tip is please don't be afraid to move outside your comfort zone. The whole point of moving abroad is to gain exposure and experience new things. You've pulled off a major transformation, but that doesn't mean you sit at home in the room and don't go exploring outside. So speak to people on your campus and go for some impromptu explorations around the city. Next is allow yourself some grace and take it one day at a time. I'm telling you from experience, it takes time to get used to living in another place. Don't be so harsh on yourself. Take it one day at a time. Remember, it's a safe space for you to make mistakes and try again and better tomorrow. Things become easier with practice and time. So that's it, my friends. Prepare to move to Melbourne and consider RMIT as a great option for your future. Visit the RMIT website through the links below to explore job-ready courses and even talk to an agent. Their admissions are open for the next intake as well. Don't miss this opportunity of studying in one of Australia's best universities. Come say hi to me in the comments below and ask me any questions that you may have. I'll be back soon with another video, but until then, keep planning well for the future and working hard towards your goals. I hope to see you soon. Bye.